Hey there guys, Fabian Ratzak here. Welcome to another installment of the great ToneX 1 amp kit series from Amalgam Audio. This time it's the amp kit 4 and we talk about character amps. So in this package you get amps like the AMPG GEMI, the Fender Brownface Deluxe, TWDLX, the Fender V-Front, the Gibson Falcon, which I'm very excited to test out, and many other great character amps. So bear with me and stay here, and I will take you on this journey to really focus on playing these amps, how they sound, how they feel, how they react maybe with different IRs. So first things first, I always use the input gain on the software like this around 5-ish, 5.3 this time, and the interface is actually down. We use the high Z input, so this works best for my needs and for Amalgam Audio in my opinion. So what I also have done this time, because I know it can be a little bit frustrating to see me always dialing in the noise gate and the reverb parameters, so I cloned actually these presets, these 20 presets, and create another folder with its name ToneX 1 amp kit 4 effects. So for example, I'm having here the AMPG GEMI. Watch the noise gate, watch the reverb, it's really off. And if I'm going to effects and click on the first, you see there's a noise gate engaged and there's a reverb engaged. I always use a plate reverb with a time around 2 o'clock, pre-delay 60, color -4, -2, like you wish, because I like it a little bit darker, and the mix is around 9 to 12. So just for info, so that you don't wonder why there is maybe effect, because when you get it, it's bone dry. And I will also do this, but I will always keep the noise gate on just in case, so you don't get any artificial hum or noise or crackles or whatever, because it's not pleasant to the ear and we don't like it. So without further ado, I'm starting also with the effects on with the AMPG GEMI, but at first I will disengage the reverb so you can just hear the dry amp, and then we keep on with the reverb on. Let's try the GEMI clean balanced. Very nice. I like the organic character, and we're talking character amps, and this has a very nice character. What I'm hearing here is instantly, if I turn down the tone on my Les Paul a little bit and go to the neck pickup, some jazzy tones. But also, let's try it with the Stratocaster. With the Les Paul, it really shines. It's definitely the first tone I'm hearing, makes me big hope. All right, let's start with the neck pickup. I increased the input just a tiny bit on the interface because a single. Also, I would like to hear some reverb, so I put the plate in, create this preset. fantastic. Fantastic amp. Let me get this Strat in tune again. And then we start with the next capture. All right, so let's try the AMPG Gemini Crunch Fat. Let's see what happens there. Again, we are in the effect section, so the noise gate is already on. I put the reverb off. There can be a slide of hum because it's a crunch tone, but that's a single coil hum. Let's at first hear how the Strat sounds. That is indeed a fat tone. Let's see how it reacts with the Les Paul. Let's find out. All right, we start with the bridge pickup. Very nice, very thick. Let's add some reverb and try some solo stuff with a neck pickup. Very nice character. So this was the first amp. This was the AMPG Gemini. What I can tell you, sounds fantastic. All right, let's go now to the Fender BRDLX. I think this is a very prominent amp. Since we have the Les Paul in the hand, we start with a Les Paul here right now. It's crunched balance. Also, noise gate is on, reverb's at first off. Let's try with a bridge pickup first. Great. Let's add some reverb. Great sounding amp. I like it a lot, but I think it's also very nice with a Stratocaster. Let's try the Strat. And let's start with the bridge pickup. Why not? And since we have the reverb on, let's keep it. Great Fender tone. Let's see how it reacts to the volume knob. Let's start with a, I think we do this with a neck pickup. First full. Very nice. Fender BRDLX. So let's go to the next amp. First. All right, let's go to the Fender TWDLX, which is basically also a classic one. Typically a Fender amp, but anyway, let's start with the middle position on the Les Paul. Sound fantastic. We need a Strat for this actually, but with a Les Paul it's definitely a character and one of my favorite clean tones I played with the Les Paul, at least in that Fender range, I have to say. And let's try this one with a Strat. Does sound killer. Get the noise gate, but actually it's a clean tone, so it doesn't matter too much, I think. That clean tone is amazing. Anyway, let's go to the crunched balanced. So without any reverb, let's try it with the Strat first. Great. It has that nice tweed gritty character. It breaks up. It starts like farting a little bit, but that's what we like to hear. But let's try it with the Les Paul, because I think more output even creates some more fuzz, fuzzy type. All right, let's start with a bridge pickup. Add some reverb. Very nice, very organic feeling. Let's see how this thing rolls down, or reacts to the volume knob actually. Actually, this would be all you need if you love Fender tones, Fender style overdrives. Just use this capture and roll down the volume like in the old days, and it's always fascinating how ToneX does that. It's amazing. It feels so real, like the amp, and reacts to the volume knob, and also because of Carly's great capture techniques. So awesome, Awesome, awesome. All right, let's keep the Les Paul in tune. I'm sorry for tuning all the time, but since the weather got a little bit more warm, the strings like to be in tune. All right, let's do the next one. Oh, that's very nice. It's the Fender V Super Front, or Fender V Front Super. So this is how it's called. And it's also used a lot by Joe Bonamassa, and also by many other great players. And let's see how this character comes across. Turn off the reverb first, and let's try. Killer tone. Let's try this one with a Strat. Increasing the output on the interface just a tiny bit because it's a Strat. I love how this amp really reacts also to the bridge pickup of a Stratocaster, because actually they can be some bitey, but this reacts totally nice, very nice. Let's try the V-Front Super Edge Bright without any reverb. Edge Bright could be a Les Paul kind of thing, but anyway, let's try it with a Strat. Sounds great with the Strat. Anyway, but also here, because Bright is normally, I know Carly's captures a lot, actually, tried some of them at least, and I know these Bright captures are mostly more pronounced with humbuckers, but they could work. So let's try this with the Les Paul. Let's add please some reverb and the neck pick. That does sound killer. Killer. All right, so far we have fantastic amps. Even if the others were not that great, get this package. All right, the next one is Gibson Falcon GA19 from 98, I think. Let's see. Let's do the following. Let's hide the column so we can, yeah. So basically it's from 1950, so it's a very, very old amp. I'm sorry, I was on the wrong profile, on the wrong capture. Here it is, the Gibson G19 dimed bright, DI. So let's try this Gibson Falcon with a Les Paul first. Let's see. Let's put down the reverb a little bit. Like about this amp in particular, you get a very nice dynamic when picking. It's such like there's a rubber gum. It feels so organic, so nice. Makes every note really bloom out in a nice way. So that sounds great. Let's try the fuzz fat. All right, let's see what happens there without any noise gate. Get some heavy riffs. For your blues rock, this is a killer tone. Let's try this one because it's a really fat tone. Let's try this one with the Stratocaster. Let's see where it brings us. Let's check. Okay. Increase the input a tiny bit. This also really works killer with the bridge pickup on the Stratocaster. Fantastic. All right, so we have another Gibson Les Paul GA40, and this one is from 1985. 1985? 1958, I'm sorry, 1958. That's a really, really old one. I like how they done the picture. But anyway, we have the Strat here in the hand, so let's try this. And I remember when I was demoing this before with the full captures, I really fell in love with the G40 because it's such a warm, organic tone. So without reverb at first. Let's get some reverb. Fantastic. Also with a Les Paul, please. First, let me back. Such a character, really fantastic. Let's try the next one, which is the Gibson G40, not Gibson, the same amp but edged warm, right, without any reverb. Yet we get a kind of breakup tone. Sounds great. Let's try with some reverb in a soloing situation. Yeah, what can I say? I will stop saying it's sounding fantastic because you guys think I just want to sell you something, but that's not the truth. It's really sounding awesome. It's inspirational, so much inspiration from these tones. Let's try this edge warm with a Stratocaster. First interface a little bit up. Does it sound great again on the bridge pickup. So these Gibson amps are really nice and warm, thick, big low end, big throaty mids, and I can imagine if you stack a pedal in front of it, it really blooms fantastically. So what can I tell? All right, let's keep going. We have now the Gibson G6, also again from 1958. Very old amp. At first, crunch balanced without the reverb. Oh, it's a little bit brighter. Nice and fuzzy sounding. With these fuzzy kind of sounds, I always like to go to the bridge pickup. Very nice, but I think personally this will fit the Les Paul a little bit more. So let's try the Les Paul on the bridge pickup. Dial back input, and without any reverb, crunch balanced. Very nice rock tone indeed. So it's a different color than a Marshall. I think more woody, more mids, more throaty. It's great. Sounded killer. Fast Fat, the next one. Let's try without the reverb on the bridge pickup first. Let's engage reverb and let's try, why not, the neck pickup. Definitely a character sound. Sounds great. Next one is the Magnatone 213. Magnatone, you might have heard recently Slash not dropped Marshall, but I think he still uses his Marshalls, but he went for a kind of another tone, and don't think it's that particular amp, but Magnatone, as I remember correctly for demoing it, it sounds really also very fat and organic and has its own unique character. So let's try the Edge Fat. Yes, sounds cool, very nice. Let's try the Dime version without any reverb first. Great rock tone. Let's try some reverb. Very nice, very cool. Not a lot of gain if you maybe compare it to another capture, but it really feeds up the notes and they really bloom. They are fat and nice, so great. What can I tell? It sounds again amazing. Let's try this one maybe also with a Strat. So we have also the Magnatone with the Strat. Let's try again the neck pickup. Roll it up, input gain a little bit, and let's keep the reverb on. also a killer amp for Strat, so works fantastically well. Check out maybe some magnetone stuff. Great, looking forward. Let's do the next one. The next one is a SLMR Zodiac Twin 30. Oh, I think this is also a very famous amp. Let's keep the Strat. Edge fat. So what can we expect? I'm not sure. I did a demo, it's too long ago. Very kind of hollow quality to it, which I quite enjoy. It's very interesting. Let's try this with a Les Paul. Let's add some reverb. I like it. It adds some kind of vintage vibe to it. I don't know how to explain. Yes, nice character. All right, guys. So the next one is a SPRO dual tone. It's a very sought after amp, and I think Jimmy Page used this one a lot to try to play some kind of stuff. He did not original material because of the copyright thing. At first, without any effects. So. Show the noise gate, but no reverb. Let's add some reverb. Yes, I love this. SPROs are very nice tone. Let's try the edge tone of it. Fat. Also very nice. Let's try this one with a Stratocaster. I'm curious how this sounds. Right, input gain a little bit. Sorry for the hum. Okay. really nice with the Stratocaster. Also great tone. Let's keep going on and let's use the Stone 1/8, the Sears Silverstone. All right, okay. I think this is a very, let's find out. I'm not sure. Let's start with the Strat and the bridge pickup. Very different than the other ones, but I like it. Okay, let's use the Les Paul and try here something. Yeah, let's do some drop. Some reverb because I think that fits great. Great capture, love it. Let's go to the next one, the Watson Dominator. All right, let's find out what this guy is doing. Crunch. Oh, totally different. Reverb off. Nice, let's add some reverb. Sorry, I forgot to actually retune the string. Also cleans up very nice, and it's definitely a character tone, and that's what all the tones are about. These are all different characters for different needs, and it's so much fun to play around with it because normally everyone gets, I like a Marshall, I like this one, I like this one, and if you have some really not too famous in the normal guitar players range, like I never heard of a Watson Dominator, might be my ignorance, but yes, it's a killer amp, and also the Gibson ones really surprised me because they have a unique character like no one else, and they're so much fun to play. They feed the notes so much. Let's try something different because all the tones are here. We've done it. We're done, and they all sound fantastic. Get them. It's actually a no-brainer because all sound fantastic. Let's try something else. Maybe let's do the Gibson G40 and try different IRs, like I did in the last videos. So this is the stock IR. Let's keep the reverb a little bit in. Why not? This is the stock IR. Let's go to the custom IR folder. Now we have a lot more. Maybe let's try to use from another package some Marshall one. I'm curious how this sounds. So where is the Marshall? Where is the Marshall? Here it is. Nice. Let's try the matchless one. Maybe try a little bit more chords so you can really hear the frequencies. Something crazy, maybe use the 1x12 Alnico Green. Again, lots of options and it's so much fun. Let's try another amp. Let's go for the SPRO maybe. SPRO Dime. And let's try a different cap here. Again a different. Let's try the AMPG GEMI. Heartland Green. Let's try the Oxford. Mesa. You see now it really gets tighter. I can do this the whole day, but I don't want to bore you. Just to give you an impression how exciting it is to use the eye captures again, guys. The eye captures are the keys because they offer you everything you need and you can put different IRs. Sometimes it's really subtle, but in a mix you can hear a lot of different. And you can also try other brand IRs. I mean, why not? And yeah, so what can I tell? You have to get this package because it rules. Character amps, character for a reason. They sound, feel fantastic. They clean up very, very nice with the volume knob. What more to add? The only thing I would suggest is get a second ToneX 1 pedal and use a pedal in front, because we all know there's also some magic if you put some pedals in front, or use a regular tube screamer, a clone, whatever you like, and try different amps with different pedal captures and enjoy playing. That's all I want to say. One other thing, the next package will be also very interesting because we're going in another direction and we will do high gain amps. So for all the high gain chuggers and friends and lovers of distortion, great amount of distortion, killer amp tones, the next release will definitely be high gain. So you can expect some really, really cool high gain amps. All right, guys, if you like what you see, please leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, push the notification bell so you get information when I'm uploading me Amalgam audio. Subscribe to both channels. Enjoy playing, enjoy life in general. Enjoy ToneX. Man, we're living in the best times today. We have all these amps available at moderate volumes at home, at headphone volumes. Or you can use it like me with a Class D and use the eye captures and have through a real cabinet, and it blows everything away. It sounds absolutely fantastic. All right. Thanks so much for your time, guys. It was a pleasure, and see you next time. Bye-bye.